Fagguettes And Tea.
Hello, everyone.
Go for it.
Wow,
Hey,
just
Lokies
shouting.
is the lead to.
I will lead after we intro.
Yeah, exactly. Intro. Let's go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the.
We
Oh,
never
welcome
had
to
the Fagguettes And Tea.
All right, today we're gonna talk about being bullied in school, especially.
Before that, for
So
a
true.
table full of queers and loud gays, I
I'm not
am
loud.
the best dressed.
You self.
We have Bhas, who is supposedly loud, and he's wearing a boring.
Says who?
ass
Who says
tank
I'm
top.
loud? Who
He's
says
the
I'm loud?
loudest dom top that we know.
Ew.
And
That is
and,
true.
And he's wearing a boring ass tank top that says Le Mills.
Okay,
Look.
and
And then Lokies is in a boring ass Nike singlet. Like, oh my god, he's in grey. And he's the gayest person that I've ever known. Boring. And then
And
we have Sam, who is in a white t-shirt. Come on.
you're in something that does not belong to you, as usual.
talk through us. What's going on?
What's the
Yeah.
design concept
Yeah,
behind
what is this?
piece?
Do you really have to do that?
Yes. So I thought, like, since this episode is about being bullied and like being made fun of, we
Okay.
should like wear our most flamboyant outfits. So I thought.
So
that
you were wearing
would-
something like that back in school days?
Probably.
No, my face was this.
Sure.
Oh dear.
Okay.
That's why you're bullied, is it?
To be fair, we've seen it before. I still have the screenshots of his.
Of what?
Of what?
What do you have screenshots of?
Your YouTube days.
We will share that
In the link.
In the link, definitely, and obviously,
No,
yeah,
do
yeah.
not.
You see,
Probably the
loudest vessel. Anyway,
Anyways.
thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, as I was trying to say, today we're gonna talk about being bullied in school, how it was for us growing up gay as kids in school. Were we ever bullied? How it has affected us growing up, and how it has affected us now, and how do we see this is gonna be in the future for our brand new generation of gay kids.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, I definitely think that all of our past shows on your faces, especially you, Loki's the most chaotic one. You probably were like the
Why his eyes are like below, his nose is above. Like how chaotic is it shown?
Go on, I'm waiting for you to finish.
No, I'm waiting for you to share your stories before like I continue shading.
Let's. Oh my
Noisy.
goodness, this.
It's a very noisy episode.
Yeah, where did you come from? Anyway, welcome to this brand new episode. Like, I mean, Loki's is leading with this episode this time, and obviously, like with what he said, we're talking about us being bullied. Let's start with the person who probably is being least bullied amongst us.
Oh.
My fiance
Okay.
Samuel.
Yeah, tell us about your
Why
experience.
would you say that?
I heard
you
that you
were
were
a
the
big
bully.
bully in school.
I am not a bully. Excuse me.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Tell us
was
about your
just
experience
being
in
funny
school.
in school.
Tell us about your
class.
experience in school. Here we go.
Well, like in primary school, secondary school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I guess like in primary school, I remember like the boys always calling me like Aqua or
Really?
like Softy. Yeah. So when I guess I tried to be more like normal acting as much as I can, and then like in secondary school, I just tried to be funny and
Was that a what's that term? Is it
Revenge.
overcompensate.
bullying.
compensation, like or
No.
counterintuitive? Is that the correct word?
I think it's called being a bitch.
Oh,
Being a bit- Sure.
no, were
yeah.
you trying to not be bullied, and then because of that, you were trying to be funny, so that people will see your funny side rather than your flamboyancy?
Maybe like I wanted them to focus on that more.
So the
Yeah.
question is, were you funny?
You can ask my friends, but most of the things I say would be cancelled right now. So
Okay, but this just shows, right, that our words when we were young actually do have like a huge impact on
I guess so.
like our own minds, because for the sheer
Yeah.
fact that your friend still remembers this joke and in a very specific like way, it means that like people who
Left an impression on
throw
them.
all these shades when they were 10 or 12, like it does shape how we behave and act in the later parts of our lives. Which
Yeah.
I guess for you, Lokies, you must have been called some pretty nasty things. looking
Many
at you
things. Let's
Like
talk
what?
about looking at me now. What such as what? Kieran Ching?
Yeah, why so sour?
What's
so
going
shady?
on?
Hmm.
All I'm saying is, Lokies look Lokies looks great now because of all the bullies and the
So he-
toxic words. So he took that and he internalized it and like became hot.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, but like, thanks for the introduction. But no, but really, I was growing up as a kid, primary school, secondary school, non-stop. Like it was just like being called out for being more effeminate, the classic stuff, aqua, bapok, sissy, gay, faggot. After I was done with primary school, I thought like going to secondary school that would change, but it didn't change, and the whole thing continued. And I hated school. There were so many times I've skipped school, didn't go to school. You know, I will pretend to go to school in front of my mom, but I'll like be hanging out at the library, like the public library. No, I didn't read the books. I just like I needed to find a place where I could like sit down and chill.
You also don't look like you read books, so.
And that too, I don't. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
comics.
Yeah, I don't, just basically didn't want to be in school to deal with all of that. So, always wanted to avoid the, just feeling down. I just didn't want to have to feel that way
Okay.
when I was growing up as a kid.
Did you feel the same way, Bhas? Because you were fat? I mean, as a matter of fact, like.
I still affected.
It hurts. It hurts.
Oh, wow! And you've been
No,
doing it
you
onto
see,
people.
Hurt people.
Hey,
Onto people like
you see,
me.
okay, no, I mean, after hearing the two of you, it has dawned to me that I wasn't just bullied by peers. I was also bullied, well, sort of being bullied by school teachers as well. So like, because I wanted to ask, the question is it okay for a fellow school classmate or schoolmate to throw terms like that at one another? They can claim that it is in the name of fun or joke, like what my fiance said. Then at what degree does it go? And what does that show? Does that show that they are not probably well taught from home? Or is that something that is that their language at home, and then they think that it is okay to bring it out to school because they think it's funny, not knowing that it could actually hurt somebody. So that's the first degree, right? But the second degree is, for me, like I said, I was bullied. I wouldn't say I was targeted or I was bullied literally, but like school teachers, my teachers actually found it funny to purposely pronounce my name in a different way.
Like
Yeah,
for
example.
public transport way.
Exactly. Yes, public transport. Yeah, that's right. I talked about that before. So my full name is Bhas Khan. So and then
Stand up.
well, and then school teacher, but a geography teacher actually said, if you see a bus and a car, you run.
That's rough.
Yeah, and the whole
Engineers laughed. I thought you heard that joke before.
But it's still funny. I still find it funny, even though it's real. I'm sorry that you were called that way. But okay, I
Look at
don't
his face.
see any like malicious intent behind it.
No,
It is quite.
It was a
funny
joke. It was a joke, but she
Same
thought she was
with my
funny,
jokes.
and she was
Right.
not. She was not teaching the subject of comedy. She was teaching the subject of geography, and why did the topic come about? That's number one. Number two, when she threw that out, see, I'm really hurt right now. And when she threw that out, the whole class laughed. And how do you think that made me feel when the entire class is laughing at my name, which was given to me by my parents? And what is it that it's so funny about my name that you have to make a joke out of that?
Okay.
And obviously being this young, fat, dark-skinned boy, I go back home and I cry, and then I ask my mom, like, why are people making fun of my name, and then my mom becomes the comfort for me, telling me that, look, because they can't pronounce your name properly and that they want to say things like that, don't let that affect you.
So is that why you go by Bhas now?
Sort of.
Because you were still very much affected by.
Not okay. So the thing is, I mean, since kindergarten, primary school, a lot of people call me Bhas Khan, right? And in Chinese, people say Bhas Khan because it's not Bhas Khan, it's just Bhas Khan. But when I went to secondary school in Sec 1, I had this very close classmate who sadly passed on last year. Yep, and she decided to call me Hey Bhas, and she made it sound very stylish. She's like, Hey Bhas, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow.
That works. Yeah, I even wanted to change my name to like, okay, so Bhaskaran. I wanted to call myself in a stylish way, Scar.
From Lion King.
No. So if you take the BHA, so there's SKAR, and the last two AN, it's Scar. I in fact told my classmates like, call me Scar, and they were like,
Gangster name.
it didn't work, but Bhas worked. Bhas worked, and from then on, I'm like, yeah, that works, and it kind of had a ring to it, and I think at a point of time, there was also Toy Story, and then Buzz Lightyear was also a character that came out, and it became a thing. It became like a name that everyone started calling me, and I rolled with it. Absolutely. When I started teaching group fitness and Fitness First, when I passed being a body attack instructor, the manager then asked me, how do you want your name to appear in the schedule? I said, Bhas. And then I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, are you sure that's what you want? I'm like, yeah, run with it, because that's what people know me as. Yeah. I guess
Empowering.
exactly, and I guess the point here is sometimes as much as you are subjected to such hurt and words and terms and stuff like that, turn it around and make it your own.
Yeah. What about you, Kieran?
No, wait. Before we come to me, I have another point to ask about
Cookie.
So we all know about the rise and fall of Cookie Khan.
I miss her.
There was never a rise, but there was definitely a death.
I founded her. I founded Cookie
I missed
Khan.
the funeral for
Because
that.
Cookie Khan was the embodiment of the
A nice
gayest, the
camp.
kinkiest, the
Yeah.
campiest,
Yeah.
A nice one, like a friendly one.
gay boy, which I thought could be
Cookie Khan
an
was fun.
empowering figure.
Cookie Khan was delirious. Cookie Khan was just out of the world. He was sweet as well.
Yeah, where is he now?
My question is,
Cookie Khan
Died of diabetes.
could call a friend and ask if you're okay.
Oh.
Oh
my God, we
Cookie
need
Khan would sing
that.
happy birthday on the phone. I miss her.
Well, I mean, if anything, she was definitely a manifestation of, being out and proud after like 16, 17 years of like having to deal with like an identity crisis. Because she came out at 16. She came out at 16 when she was 16, and
Oh, sweet 16.
yeah, that was like when she really started, or rather she came out to herself, and I guess that was just a meteoric rise, and then eventually
Then what happened? How did she die?
she
fell off the steps.
just kind of like just realized there's also much more to
sweet and
having to be like for me. Okay, so obviously I'm no longer Cookie Khan, but like things such as like pride still holds a big value to me, but I'm not like super vocal about it, because I feel like the way I demonstrate my pride is through the things that I do, through the things that I can do better than straight people. And yeah, that's how I demonstrate it.
But you do come off a little bit of aggressive in that sense. Is that Lokies Khan now? Like, there's a bit of Cookie Khan in there. You show like, hey, you straight people, gay men like me can do what you do too. Watch me, rawr! And that's how you come across.
Yeah.
wait. That
Yes.
was Cookie Khan or Lokies Khan now?
That was Lokies Khan.
I still
like
don't know.
Lokies Khan now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we still don't know how Cookie Khan died.
was not like.
It's not
that.
explained.
Cookie Khan was just like, I'm gay. Hi, I'm gay.
Yeah.
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 Okay, early 2000s. Very
Yeah. I mean, that was what happened when I first came out, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it either way. It's just like, it's just growth, evolution.
But like, was that a reflection of all the trauma that you had when you were in school? Like,
Which part?
Khan
Cookie
was-
or Cookie? Oh, okay.
Lo-
I guess so. I mean, like, Cookie was like really loud. Like, people hated me for being like
Oh.
flamboyant. People hated me for being effeminate. Then obviously Cookie kind of like almost like an alter ego. Rise on that.
I thought you became Loki's because like of all that hate, and then now you're just like trying to rise above it all. Is that what happened?
Partly, I think so. But now I feel like, I'm at a place where I could see, I mean, now that I'm much older, I can see, both levels of Cookie Khan and before coming out. Like, now I kind of like a little bit more centered, a bit more found with my identity.
So just like how Cookie Khan had a rise and fall. Is Lokies Khan gonna have a rise and fall?
Huh?
And
You never know.
and emerging
A
Khan
new
Lokman.
Yes.
No.
That is like
Lokman-
the third act.
Khan
Lokman.
Lokman.
We have been rooting for Lokman for very long.
That's right. Is
Like-
Khan Lokman ever
No.
gonna emerge?
I don't think so. As
Which
much
is on your IC.
as long as Loki's is alive, I don't think Lokman's coming.
That's
out.
what you said about Cookie Khan. You killed her.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
sure.
Okay, but I think it's quite interesting because I think the two of you have something common, which is like when you guys
Personas.
face traumas, you took that and you made that your personality, and then you became this enhanced version of yourself.
They
For
evolved.
example, like Cookie was the evolved version of everything that he was
Oh.
bullied for, right? Like you were bullied for being super sissy and
Oh.
like soft, and then Cookie was that gross. Not
Oh my
gross,
God.
I love flamboyance and I love
Yeah,
loudness. But I guess you took that to a new level and
Wow.
became like that empowered version of yourself.
I
Magic.
mean, if anything, I'm still flamboyant. If I want to be flamboyant, I'll be flamboyant.
Which is funny because like recently I was asked by someone if like who is gayer, Kieran or Loki?
Kieran.
And then
Obviously.
I actually thought that, oh my god, like I could be gayer.
What, is that a shock?
There's really not much thought process to that.
Wait, just
In my
rewind
head-
this video to the first 10.
If you've been
the
watching
first
this for the
minute,
past few
the
minutes,
and
you
you
will
will
really
know.
tell.
You will know. Yeah. go
No,
on.
okay, but like, okay, this question actually affected me a lot because I,
Wow.
in my head, thought that like you were always the loud and gay and soft.
Huh?
And
I guess I can
those,
still be.
qualifiers, right? But then I realized, oh my god, like recently you have been very straight acting.
Huh?
In a sense where like you're like a dom top.
That word doesn't exist in
straight acting.
our vocabulary. That is no. I hate that term. Let's talk about that term, by the way. I hate that term.
What does straight acting
I
mean?
think it is a very sad way to say you are pretending after all.
Well, okay. So I want to be in the defense of the gay men who claim that they are straight acting. Can we say that they are manly? And instead of
But-
using the
No.
term manly, I'm a manly gay man.
Janice
They wanna
Dickinson
say-
said very famously once said being a man is not about having muscles or behaving
Yeah.
like a man. It's about
Yeah,
being true to
I
yourself.
thought,
It's
like-
about having like honest like
Taking
dignity.
responsibility.
That's what being a man is about. It's not your mannerism. It's not that.
I agree.
It's
I
about
agree.
the essence of being a man, and none of that has got to do with your mannerism.
Yeah. So is
Sure.
this moving into the definition of masculinity, or like that should be another?
Okay, but
episode?
I do think that like straight acting as a term is a very toxic one because it kind of conforms to like conventional ideals of what being a man is, which is to be straight and to be domineering, right? Which is boring. It's kind of boring because it's a very fixated way of like defining what being a man is.
At the end of the day, they're acting.
Because that's what they say.
Yeah,
That they are
they're
doing
acting,
that
but then
straight
no.
acting.
We're
Yeah.
talking about gay straight acting.
Oh, you're not talking
I'm
about
confused.
straight men.
They want to be
being straight
actors.
We're talking about straight acting.
But
gay
guess
men.
who's the real actor?
Oh.
Okay, anyway, we're gonna talk about Kieran. Yeah, so let's talk about Kieran for a second. So Kieran, how was it like
Yeah.
growing up for you? Growing
I
up.
loved growing up. I was so happy. It was,
Wow,
it was a bit of
Disneyland,
roses. I grew up into this wonderful gay man that I am today.
Okay. Nobody said that, but sure. Go on.
We're still waiting for the
Okay,
news.
okay. Wait. I'm very like I'm sweating. It's
Why?
difficult to,
Why?
Like, it's
Your-
difficult to like talk about.
Your
Oh,
nipple
my
is
God.
hanging
Ew.
I
out.
wanted to wear this.
Put a strawberry on
It's
that.
difficult to like talk about your past.
Oh.
So like.
Did you go through trauma?
Okay. Growing up, I
Ew. We are
Growing
on
up,
YouTube.
I was always the loud one as usual.
Amongst
but
friends.
the thing is, I think when I was in school, I was delusional. Like I didn't
Still
think
is.
that.
Okay, but go
I
on.
was gonna wait for that.
How dare you? I didn't think that being gay or liking another man was wrong when I was in school, and I also didn't think that like being loud is something that people around me would frown upon. So like I've lived my secondary 1 and 2 lives as this loud gay kid until when I was in a relationship with like my first boyfriend in school. I was the one who was getting a lot of flack for like being gay, even though people knew that my partner was obviously gay too.
Okay.
So I was the one who was always singularly called out for like, oh, he's that gay boy, he's that faggot, because like that's all he is known for. And I asked like my boyfriend then, like, oh, why is it that I am the one who's always being called out, and like why are they not attacking you? And then he just said to me like point blank in my face like, oh, because you are too gay and like you're too loud. And I was so offended. I was like, how dare you like call me out for who I am? And then I loved him then. It was my first love, so like I couldn't bring myself to like break up. So I tried to like
tone it down.
Reel in, like I tried to tone it down, but obviously I can't. Like this queen is always inside. Then I went to join poetry slam and won some competition.
Wow.
Then I became like the star of the school, right?
Wow.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't imagine how loud you were in school. Like you was just screaming in class all day. Like that.
I wasn't screaming.
Why were people annoyed? I don't
just
understand.
Okay, I guess people were annoyed because I was probably unapologetic about being in a relationship with another man. Boy, then.
Okay.
And I think that concept was very strange and foreign when we were growing up then.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah.
If there's one thing you can tell that ex-boyfriend of yours for calling you,
Is he still around?
Yes, he's alive.
That's the question you always ask.
what would you tell him?
Okay, honestly,
RuPaul moment.
I don't have any like ill feelings towards him, because I think that we were all like kids and we behaved in that way because that was the best
didn't know
way.
better lah.
That was the best way we knew how back in that time. Right?
Yeah.
But I would say like for those who are growing up, like be really careful about what you say to your peers and be really thoughtful. I feel like we have to be thoughtful about what we say and present ourselves to people, because these have like very lasting impacts, and it goes beyond like peers, like teachers or like parents. Like be cautious about what you tell your kids.
Well, what I find funny is like so many of us, or at least the people I've met, like I feel like a lot of us as gay men now grew up with a lot of like bullying in school. We have a lot of shared trauma and experiences, and now that we're adults, somehow we like, especially within the gay community, this toxicity still runs. Like it's funny, like I don't feel like straight people are the one calling me like, oh, I'm a flamboyant queen, I'm a bottom, oh, he's so gay. I feel like that is actually coming from the gay people.
Like me, I just did. You are so gay, Lokies.
I mean, that's fine because he's my friend, but like, like people who actually has got hate to people, like, oh, he's so gay. Or like, I mean, like, it's so like prevalent in like Grindr. Oh, like, no fam, no sissy. Yeah. It's ironic. I just feel like we have all these shared experiences, and yet we're still doing it to each other, growing up as grown gay men, which I find is the biggest irony.
It is sad that is still prevalent right now, and I guess that is one of the reasons why we create platforms like these, and more voices need to be raised and heard in conversations like these. Given that we just got repealed and stuff like that, and we have lots and lots of platforms coming out with such conversation, we just hope to bring a light to topics like that, or in fact, like just terms not to be called within the community like that. It's not nice.
Wait. So like, okay, this is a bit messy, right? Do you think that being called like all these terms, are they necessarily bad? Because if it comes from like your friends, and if it's like meant as a joke, for example, I'm calling you like, oh, you're so gay, you're like a flaming bottom, like, but you know that I don't mean harm, right? But so like, what is that line?
I guess
where it crosses into like hurt.
First of all, that shit doesn't hurt me anymore.
Oh?
Let's put that down.
Amen.
That shit doesn't hurt me anymore.
It still does.
You got. I mean, okay. I mean, fair enough. I feel like if it still hurts you, then obviously there's still processes that we have to go through. But that shit doesn't hurt me anymore. It takes a lot to hurt me now, because like Lokies Khan has grown through so much, and the kid that the kid that became Cookie Khan had to go through so much. You can't hurt me with this kind of fucking shit. But it's like, it's the fact that people still think that these are the things that can still hurt me. For example, comments on the YouTube channel, was that right? Calling me TikTok saying that I'm very gay. Like, oh, okay. And then what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna write me a ticket? Are you gonna arrest me? Are you gonna what? If you think that shit is gonna hurt me, why don't you come and say it to my face? You know where to find me. I don't give a fuck. Come say it to my face.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at Actualized CrossFit. You can find me at the gym.
Don't give your address out.
This is the plot of Iron Man 3.
I mean,
When
seriously,
he
like,
lost in a battle.
if you've got something, if you really got something you don't like about me, come and say it to my face. That's all I ask. You know?
I mean,
try it.
Any human being is not going to do that face to face.
Exactly.
And that's exactly.
If you
what
can't do
they
it face to face, then shut the fuck up.
But anyway, the point is, you know, you want to say things, go ahead. It's not gonna affect us. Yeah, I mean, we are here trying to communicate good stuff and like positive light to, you know, the community and stuff like that. Say what you want. Yeah, we've already been through a lot. What more can you know we go through? Yeah.
I just find it funny.
But I do want to say that words have power eventually.
For sure.
So I just always feel like if people have nothing good to say, then just don't say it. Because nobody needs your negative energy.
Is this a reminder to your young self when you were a bully?
His reminder to
I
his
love
current
my
self.
friends. They were like, it's endearing, all these jokes for them. But okay.
It's
sure.
not endearing. Oh my goodness.
Okay, but sure, like if I knew better, like I would not say those things.
Yeah.
If I know it hurt them.
Exactly. Amen to
Amen.
that.
Wow.
Okay, I feel like, conclusion. I feel like it's easier said than done, but I think most of us here at this table, at least, have grew up to become so much more than, you know, the shit that people throw at us, and we are thriving.
Absolutely.
And if you are someone watching this, and you know you feel like you have to be somebody else or hide your true self, you know, to be like to behave differently, for example, straight acting, and you know, you feel like that's necessary in order to not get bullied. I can only say, yes, it's rough right now, but it really truly gets better.
Find your space. Find that space that embraces you.
It got better for us, and
Turn it around.
yeah, I just.
Turn it around.
I know
Make
it's
it work for you.
I know right now it doesn't seem that way. It doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense when you're in it, but you gotta give it some time. And when you have the time to look back, you see how everything was all part of your growth and
I love
evolution.
that. I love that.
Find your tribe.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And on that note,
Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, whatever.
You are so
Mwah, mwah,
gross.
mwah.
Ew, GX.
and on that note, thank you very much for watching the Fagguettes and Tea.
Don't forget
and Tea.
What the fuck is going
We're gonna
on?
workshop this name, by the way.
And on that note, thank you so much for watching.
Faggots and Tea.